not going on. Hello, everyone. This is Barbara Iris Sue of Parental World Knowledge, the founder and owner. In addition, I'm the president of artist Barbara Sue Fine Art Studio. I'm here with Platinos, as you can hear in the background. He's hearing somebody, and he's getting really protective. So that's a good thing. But it's okay, Platinos. It's okay. So at any rate, I'm glad he's a good watchdog as a young pup. And we're here to do watercolor painting. I hope you have your canvas material. It is much like the one that's reinforced with the wood on the sides, but it's on a pad. It's better than the watercolor paper because it absorbs the paint better. And in addition, I hope you have a watercolor that is non-toxic, the paints in a palette. And they usually don't have white, so you need to get a liquid white. It's in a tube. You need a good artist sponge. You need a good artist eraser. And when you do a line drawing, you're going to need to erase so that you don't see all the smudge marks, and then you'd have to do more layering with the paint, the watercolor paint. And then you need colored pencils, and they don't have to be artist pencils, but they need to match the colors you have in your painting as close as you can. And you don't put them on until everything is completely done with the watercolor and dry. All right, and don't press too hard, because if you press too hard, you're going to be taking up the paint. So you just do gentle with the water color pencils that you need. And everything else, I would just say if you need props, I don't know if you have your line drawing done, you know, if you don't, you need props and whatever you want to paint, your favorite hobby or your favorite love, which you enjoy. I like flowers, so I like to do a lot of flowers. So, that's a great thing to do. If you have some silk flowers, I wouldn't say fresh flowers, because if they die and you want to go back to painting it the next day, you're not going to capture the same picture you had before. Also, if you can do from a live model, of course, that's better. That would be wonderful. Like I did my dog, and if you can have your pet, that's great that you can do that. And if you can't draw, you can use a computer printout and just paint over that with the watercolor. It's definitely allowed in juried shows. Okay, so I hope that you have the line drawing, and as I said, it's just the outline. So what if you had still life that you're doing, with wax fruit or something, you just do the outline of the apple and the stems. You don't have to put every mark onto the apple. You paint that on. All right, so let's begin. And if you're doing mixing colors with your white, you put down the white first. You don't need to put any water with the white, but you do need the water for the colors. And try to put as little water as possible. Put more paint. Squeeze from the bottom of the tube like toothpaste. I'm getting near the end of this. Probably need another tube. I hate to waste, so I always take the time to do it. It's annoying, but I hate to waste paint. Here's my dog. He's here now. Want to say hello? Latinos, do you want to say hello to the world? It's up to you. He's going to be in just this week. On the 15th, he's going to turn a year old. Happy birthday, Platinos. My big boy. It's so hard to believe. I've had him almost a year. Oh, time goes so fast. He has definitely grown and wonderful. in many ways. But this howling for the last 2 weeks is driving me crazy because he's wanting a girlfriend. And I will get her as soon as possible. But I've informed everybody, that, my father passed away, and then I went through so much from Social Security. Everybody goes through that. You have to, they don't contact you right away. You have to wait 9 months, and then they, tell you need everything at once. And I had to go through all that paperwork, finding almost 1,000 receipts, but I had to go through over 2,000 receipts. So, I got that done and turned in my form to waive the fee, which they mistakenly, was charging me. And they proved that. They sent me documentation. And today, good news, I just got back my health plan, which, they said, it could be canceled with that mistake that they made. Oh, but I still haven't gotten back my full amount. So things are very much a hardship. I have to wait until I can afford to get him his girlfriend. But he's howling for her. Oh my God, it's terrible. Morning, afternoon, and night. He's 7 this morning, and he's howling to go out. Oh gosh. I don't get up 7 in the morning. I haven't gotten up 7 since a long, long time ago when I was formerly married and I had to get up to make breakfast and lunch for my former husband. But I'm not getting up at 7. This is ridiculous. Now, I'm used to earliest 8 o'clock. 7. And then keeps me up at night. He wants to go out. Oh, yes. Unbelievable. Howling then too. Late at night. I really got to get that girlfriend. Social Security really messed me up. Well, it will. We're going to go to a shelter, but it still costs, to get the puppy and shots and buy more food. Yeah, you're going to get your girlfriend. Yes, I'm telling the world. Do you want to say hello to everybody in the world? You can come here if you want to. You don't have to. Pull this down a little more. You don't have to, baby. Do you want to come here? Do you want to come here? And now it's not in focus. Honey, do you want to come here and be on my lap? I can paint with you on my lap if you want to come here. Where are you? I don't know where you went. Are you on your bed? And we've got a brand new bed for him, who is so fantastic. Usually it would cost $100 for an orthopedic bed. It was $30 on sale in Home Depot. And it is fantastic. It even has a cover on it and a zipper, but it's like hidden underneath. So, this one, hopefully he won't rip up. It looks very sturdy. It's really big. So when he gets his girlfriend, he'll be able to have more room for him and his puppies. So hopefully all goes well. And soon we'll be able to do it because he likes his bed. Thank God for that. And it's good for his spine, because he, for 2 months before I got him, was sleeping on the pavement. And I asked the vet if that would affect him. I've mentioned that before. And he says, yes, that could have affected his spine. And that's why it takes so long for him to go to the bathroom. Today, he went out with the sunshine and he didn't want to come in. It takes long enough to go. It takes 2 hours. Well, he took over 2 hours because the sunshine was out. Oh. And then I had trouble getting on today. I apologize. It took an extra half hour. Turning on my computer from after Google Hangouts. It's the last thing I went on. And then getting onto Google Hangouts. And if I would have came in a little earlier with him, but he wouldn't come in. I could try to pull him in. He wouldn't come in. He wanted to play with the neighbor's grandchild that was visiting. They visit every day. Every day during the week. Every single day. He has a ball. And today he was fascinated because they had a wagon. He was looking at that wagon. He wanted to be in that wagon. He wanted to be in that little wagon with them. That was so cute. That was the cutest thing I've ever seen. He was looking at there was two little. He wanted to be pushed. He never saw a wagon before. That was interesting for him. Well, if you have it in your heart to have a pet, it brings you so much love, so much kindness, and joy in your home. Go to your nearest shelter and bring your whole family and adopt a pet. As long as you have, like I said, patience, because it's like another child. It's definitely, and even more difficult because, it's easy to change a diaper, but when you have to take a puppy out and it's pouring rain, it's not easy. It's not easy. If you get a small one, you have to do that. And maybe some of the big ones are scared too, but I've never had a medium or big dog afraid of the rain. But if you have it in your heart, adopt a pet today. He brings me so much joy, and I'll tell you, I wouldn't have gotten through this winter without him because it was freezing and our heater broke, and I'll tell you, he kept me so warm. He always would sleep at the foot of my bed. Feet were never cold. On top of the blanket, he'd sleep, and I was so toasty warm with him. Thank God. Got me through. Son tried to put a new heater in, it just didn't work. And we have to he has to do a lot of tweaking, and then we're gonna have to have someone check it, a professional. I just told him, don't turn that thing on. Well, the camera is not clear now, so I don't even think you're seeing what I'm doing. And it's not my HD TV because it's the best camera there is. It's Google Hangouts camera. Oh dear. I just hope and pray you're going to be able to see what I'm doing here, because I don't see. It's not even focused on here. I still don't see it focused, and I hope and pray it's coming in. I'm trying to get this down more, and I can't. Best camera in the world, and yet it's not flexible. It did not make a neck proper on this thing. I've mentioned that before. You know, I was considering going solar, and then I realized something, that my old federal box, that's my heating, you know, the electrical box, you know, it's like all the electricity. So it is definitely not compatible with today's modern solar. And I was not asked that, you know, what kind of electrical box I have, and that should have been asked. People can't just assume you have a brand new electrical box, because it didn't say anything about that in the literature that I read. So, you know, you need to, if you're doing that, you need to have a brand new electrical box. My roof was pretty new. That would have been all right, but the electrical box wasn't. And I Googled it to see, and it came up Better Business Bureau, and it stated that. So, you know, you really need to have, or it won't be compatible. Now, it would have been, you know, a good thing to have it, and you get 40% reduction in your electricity. Because, you know, I did tell you we had that whopping bill of $920 something, and it still hasn't been resolved. Still waiting for that independent company to get back and give the results. But my bill went down dramatically from $920 something. That's including the gas, and it was 180 approximately. So, you know, right after they fixed the meter. So it definitely was the meter. Now, I felt, you know, gee, to get me still be able to get 40% off would be a good thing. But then when I read this about from the Better Business Bureau, there was something else. It stated that if you have $100 bill, you know, for electric, it wouldn't be wise to get it, because, you know, it could go up, the cost of the for the solar cost. So, you know, it was stating that, you know, it would have a good deal higher than that. Well, my bills, like I said, are under 200. So I'm pretty close to that borderline. So I really think in my case, because my bill is so low, I'm not a good candidate for, not besides the electric box, but because of that too. Now, I didn't, you know, read this until after I met with the guy. I was ready to do it, but you know, my son thought so it was a good idea too, but it isn't. It isn't, not in my case, because that electrical box would not be compatible. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't function, and it could be dangerous. So it's a good thing I just, you know, checked it, you know, before proceeding and having them here. And he told me that, you know, there would be no problem if I changed my mind until the day that they're coming here. And, you know, then once they're here for their installation, that's it. You know, I have to stick to it. But, so I canceled it right away. I called their office. And I'll tell you, it's a very good thing, because without having that new electrical box, that could have been a fire hazard. So I'm glad I didn't proceed. And it's safe if I would have had a new electrical box, but not having an old one, it isn't safe. And my bill was too close to that 100 mark, which they're saying, you know, it has to be more than 100. So that I just feel it's not worth, in my case, that reduction, because it could increase and then it will be more. And if you go over the amount for your grid, if you go over, you can be billed another bill. There's a third thing that I read from the Better Business Bureau. And as I said, I Googled it, and it was all on that one article. And, you know, so with that, the fact that they could bill you from the company for the, you know, what you pay for the grid, and then you have to pay the electric bill from the gas company. Now, they're taking out the meter, so that would be an estimate. So it's going to be possibly higher if you have to pay the grid amount if you exceed it. And I want to do low cost housing, you know, have people live in our rooms eventually. And if I have as much as 3 tenants, we haven't built another room yet, but we have 2, you know, rooms now. But if I built, you know, have the third one, it could go over the grid, and then I'd have to pay the estimate because they're taking out the gas company's meter. So that isn't good in my case. You know, they did ask that when I had a call, you have to call into the federal government because they're the ones giving the grant. So you had to call into them. And they asked me, do I have any renters? And I said, no. And I was thinking of it in the future, but, you know, I don't have it now. But it must be, you know, a certain amount that they're going to tell you that for you to get that person to get that grant for you, that, you know, you can't have that many tenants. In my case, it wouldn't be good. In my case, it wouldn't be. And I had mentioned that to the company that I was, you know, intending on doing low income renting. And they didn't say that, you know, that's not a good idea. But when I heard the federal government say, you know, the call in that we made, I realized it. You know, that it could be maybe a problem. I wasn't, you know, sure what's what. But according to this, what I saw in the Better Business Bureau, you know, you can get 2 bills. And I didn't know that. I didn't know you can get 2 bills. There wasn't literature showing me that. But the company was the best company. And now this company is called Momentum. When they were here, they were under another name, but they just switched to Momentum. And I feel the company is very good. They're going to put a free system in. And as long as you have the new roof and you have the new box, electrical, and the fact your bill is a good amount higher than 100 for your electric portion, you know, not just 120 or something like that, but you have a good amount over. And I would say, you know, if you're like $400 or $500, I mean, it's going to be worth it for you. And of course, if you're not, you know, renting a lot of people, but it definitely would be worth it. To get 40% off. And you can't even buy the system. Like he says, 10 years later, you can buy it for $10,000. And then you can not have to pay for any utility costs after that. You can buy the whole system. So, if you do mention my name that I've mentioned about Momentum, and they're all around the world, the company. And I feel that they're, wonderful, really nice people. It's just a little bit wasn't discussed. It should have been. So before you do anything, always, try to research something too. You can't, even though they seem like a really wonderful company, sometimes there's new reps and they don't have all the information. Maybe the literature doesn't have all the information. You just got to know everything. You have to research it and be sure. But I do know, now everything. And I think it's a great idea if you have a higher electric bill, and 40% is great, and then in 10 years you can even buy it, and then you don't have to pay any more of your electric bill, which would be a great thing, because they're really gouging you. Couldn't be more than $920 something. I mean, I know the gas part was under $100, and that is ridiculous to give me $920 something bill. Gas company. I hope no one else is going through these crazy bills for electric. So the gas has gone down 55% and the electric has soared up. It's insane. So in that case, solar makes a lot of sense. You wouldn't have to pay your gas company. That's a great deal. 40% off. Get the free system. Can't beat that. I wish I could do it, but I definitely am not a candidate. I could definitely use that 40% off. It's just not going to work for my situation. Not now. But I'll tell you, I'm very, very grateful that I didn't do it. That I took the time to look and see more information about it. Because when I remembered about that electrical box, I said, maybe there's something else that I don't know. And I wanted to look up everything. I wanted to see if that was true, that, you need a brand new box, and sure you do. That system will not work with an old box. Even if I didn't have an old Federal box, I had any old box, it's not going to work with it. You need a new electrical box. Yeesh. And that could cause a fire, God forbid, if you didn't have a brand new box. Now, of course, I know the technicians would check this, but, you want to know this before they come. You don't want, to, the fact that they say, you didn't tell me you had an old box and you'd be responsible. I don't want to be responsible for any charges if they can't do it. Now, they offer to cut down my trees for free. I had some high trees in front of my house and fix a portion of my roof that's over my porch. It was fixed a number of years ago, and several years ago, and yet it wasn't fixed properly. They should have put a more higher pitch. And they just put a brand new roof without putting a higher pitch. awful. Not to put a higher pitch so that it wouldn't leak on my porch a little bit. It's nothing major, but it is just a little bit. Now we have the real heavy rain, so but it's not affecting my rest of my house, but it's just right there, right by the porch and the front too of my house. So they were willing to do that. They were willing to fix those two spots. Well, that's really nice. So this company Momentum is, very good. And they're supposed to do, anything goes wrong on it, come and fix it. That's all included in a 20-year contract. So that's a good thing. Well, I hope, it can work out for you if you have the right, like I said, situation. It could be very beneficial. You have a higher bill and you want to cut it down. And you have a brand new electrical box and you have a brand new roof. Or at least, recently done several years. So that would be fine. In my circumstance, I can't do it. But good luck if you get that. I feel it's going to be a very good thing. My son wants it for when he gets a house. He wants to have the solar. And he's probably going to get a bigger house, so he's going to need, I'll be having a higher bill, so he would need to have the solar. And then he would have to, buy it, I think, as opposed to renting it like I was going to do. And then he would be able to not have to pay any bills for electric. That's great. You could even get an electric stove. And then he wouldn't have to pay the gas for cooking. That would be a great thing. So I hope everybody has a miraculous healing prayer for peace, good health, good spirit, good strength. There shouldn't be what's going on in the world. There's tragedy with killings in Africa and Nigeria for children. Terrorist groups are coming and just killing the youth. How horrible. And the weather, how it's been inclement so much with the tornadoes and different things all around the world. It's not just in our country, it's all over the world where there's terrible, terrible storms. And they have massive destruction. We're fortunate, I'm in New Jersey, West Orange, and USA, and I don't have that. But, people do. They have massive destruction. So I just say a prayer, and if you say a prayer to God, God will heal and help your family, your friends. Amen. And that's 100% by God. I'm just saying the prayer. And if you don't need the prayer now, and any time that you do, and also you can visit our site, ParentalWorldKnowledge.com, and you will get 2 miraculous healing prayers, and whether you need it now or another time. But I hope and pray that everybody has all great things happening. Now, this should be much better year. We didn't start off too good with the weather and things that's going on in the world. This is not a good start, but we're going to think positive thoughts, and God will get us through. God will make it better for all of us. Be with you soon, Platinos. Love you. He's very moody. Not having a girlfriend. He wants that girlfriend so much. I wish that, Social Security give me back my money. I have to wait 2 months to get my full amount. And I just can't get him the girlfriend. I feel terrible. I would do that for his birthday. So you're just going to have to be patient. It's really hard. I didn't have him have surgery, so he's able to have puppies, and I'm not going to do that to him. But it's torture for him. The only funny thing is that the dog that he's wanting is a bulldog. Our bulldog. It's a dog a little younger than him, and it's a bulldog. He's feeling romantic for her, but she's gonna be fixed. So there's no way he can't have puppies with that dog, and I wouldn't want a bulldog anyway mixed with Chihuahua and Lab. He's part Black Lab. There's no way I want that combination, but he has infatuation, and he's been howling for her for 2 weeks. They're not walking, I think, because of the weather, the inclement weather. They're not walking her like they usually do. And they have a yard, so they must be just letting her go out in the yard. He's howling for her. Oh, that's what all that is. That all that noise in the background, if you heard him. He was howling before. I said this on earlier shows. There he goes again with the howling. Oh my gosh, it is so funny that it's over a bulldog. But it's not funny about the howling. That's annoying. Enough is enough. Morning, afternoon, and night. I sympathize with him, but I mean, I can only take so much. 7 in the morning, he's howling. I'm in bed sleeping, and he's sleeping on the foot of my bed, and he starts howling. I jump up. I'm so scared. What the heck? What is that? I'm still not used to it. Only 2 weeks of this. I am not used to it. Well, I'm exhausted from that. That is definitely difficult. He's wanting tonight. So you're not going to fix your dog. You better realize a mate. If you have a male, this is what you go through. I had females mostly, so I didn't go through this. So if you have a male, this is what you're going through. And he's the best dog, usually. So it's definitely worth what I'm going through. And we will get his girlfriend as soon as we can. Well, I'm just thankful that I have Platinos, and like I said, I don't know what I would do without him. He's been a joy. There he goes again with the howling. Oh my God. I didn't think he'd ever be howling like that. I had a male dog. I had 2 male dogs, and I never had them howl. He's an unusual dog. I don't know where he learned to howl. I still don't know where he picked that up from. Maybe being in the Dominican Republic those first 2 months. But, oh my gosh. Howling and howling. You gotta get that girlfriend, that's for sure. I'm not forgetting, I'll tell you, I can't forget. How can you forget? You're hearing this dog all day long. And I'll tell you, he has so much love in his heart. You know, he'll be a great father to the puppies. I see that. You know, he's very nurturing. He follows me everywhere to be sure that I'm okay. He is something else. He waits outside my door if I go to the bathroom. Even he's sitting there. He's sitting there just waiting to see if I'm okay. Oh gosh. Never had such dedication. And don't worry about being perfect with your painting. I say this every show, and I'll say it again. Just enjoy, and you will get to where you want to be with your work. You can't compare yourself to other artists. You have to, just think, what you want to do, what you want to accomplish with your work, and just enjoy. And it will come out the best. Don't worry. Just ignore anybody with saying anything. And when you complete it, it will be the best. Boy, the cherry blossoms are growing on my tree outside my house. And I took pictures for social media and showed it. I didn't put it on Google Hangouts, but I did put it on a lot of different. At LinkedIn, I had it on. And it's just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. I had some other social media. I think I had Twitter too. But it's so beautiful. It's really coming in now. Today. Yesterday was the first day, but today is the second day, and it's blossoming out. Beautiful cherry blossom tree. The town planted it. I didn't even know it was cherry blossom. They didn't tell me. And first it had leaves, so I didn't see any cherry blossoms when they first put it in. But now it's a little over a year, and beautiful cherry blossoms. Huh. And it smells so pretty. And that was my late father's favorite. He loved cherry blossom trees. Oh, there is they're howling. You see what I mean? Oh gosh. Give me strength, God. Give me strength. Social Security had to do it of all times when I need to get the girlfriend. Thank you. Not. Well, 2 months hopefully will pass fast. And if anybody wants a free art lesson, don't forget, you can get a free private art lesson if you're up to age 26. You can call 973-736-1637. That's 973-736-1637. And that's artist Barbara L. Sue, Fine Art Studio. And there's no gimmick. You don't have to sign up for anything. You can get a free private lesson. Now, you can be any age for that, but if you're on Google Hangouts, if you'd like to call to be on our live show, you would have to be 18 or more. And that's the rules of Google Hangouts and YouTube. So you can call us at the same number, 973-736-1637, but you'd be on a live show. So if you prefer to first have a private lesson, I would suggest, if you're up to age 26, you could come. And anyone under 18, you still can get a lesson, but you need to be accompanied by an adult. We don't run a daycare. I don't have the staff to do all that. So you would have to have someone, a parent with you under, especially the youth. I mean, sometimes they bring me children as young as 1 to 3. I mean, we're not a daycare. We're not equipped for that, and we're here to teach art. So I hope everybody has a good day or a good night. I'm getting somewhere with this, and it's taking time. It's going to be a lot of layers on this because this is architecture. And I hope that you have everything good. Like I said that prayer. If you need it, please say it to God. Don't have any doubts. You can heal yourself with God. All right. Well, thank you. I do appreciate it. I'm going to take my dog out. It's been a little rough for him. He's missing that dog down the street. And he wants to see if he sees her, although he hasn't in 2 weeks. I feel so sorry for him. I mean, he's not going to mate with her, but in his mind, he thinks that she's the world. He thinks that's his girlfriend, although this is not his girlfriend. This is just a friend. Definitely, she's going to not have puppies, and he needs a mate that is going to. And that's it. So I hope that you find it in your heart to have a dog and or a puppy. And please go to your local shelter. They have great, healthy dogs, more so than if you bought it from a very expensive store in the mall. It's just a shame. They crowd the puppies. They're not healthy. In this shelter, they take excellent care. And I've never had a dog sick coming from the shelter. And that's where I'm intending on going when I get the mate for him. It's going to be in the shelter. All right. So you take care and keep up, doing your work. If you need inspiration besides watching us, go to a library and get some, great artist books. You can use your regular library card or get a Rebel card and you go to other libraries to get beautiful artist books and, just take them back in time. So there'll be no charge. And you'll be able to see some beautiful paintings and things to inspire you. Don't copy, but, just to inspire you. All right. So, and one more thing I just want to say, when you come for your private lesson or for a reality show, we have great jewelry only $5. I made these great bracelets, and they're washable, and they're sewed on, and beautiful things. Whether it's not exactly like this, but I'm gonna have other ones, and have other antiques and things. This is one of the antiques. I mean, we've got so many beautiful pieces. This is not, you're not going to find another one like this, but I mean, there are other, bracelets, there's other necklaces. There's so many things that we have. I had so much jewelry. I redesigned certain pieces I never even, touched. I just left as, is, because it was just a locket, and had a chain and everything. There's gorgeous pieces for $5. And I had so much because my late aunt kept giving me from the time I was a young child, all this jewelry. I could never wear it all. So why not give it to charity? And 50% goes to Epilepsy Foundation. So please, come, give us a call first. Come for a lesson. It could be art or poetry. And you pick up beautiful antique. This is, great bracelets, whatever, can give gifts for people too, besides yourself. And I've had professional bracelet makers that are crazy about this. They have they make solid gold jewelry and gemstones, and they're saying that these antiques are just exquisite the way I designed it, and they're sewed on. So I hope that you come and have that lesson with us. And please, this is for a charitable organization. We're 501(c) classified for tax purposes, and you want to give to epilepsy. And hopefully soon, I hope that Shop for Cause is, still going to be going on this year. I haven't heard anything yet. And I would love to, do that again. They have invited us in the past, and you could probably, also, I can't guarantee till I know for sure we're doing it, but you could get a ticket too, and that's for Shop for Cause, and get a great discount in their store. Usually it's 20% off most items. And then I also give a free lesson. So you could really get a benefit of, purchasing these $5 bracelets or other things that we have, antiques. All right, you take care. Good night or good day. Bye now.